All righty now. I'll give you just a moment. I know we're a little bit late. A lot going on this morning. Got it. I'm going to start my recording. Record to this computer. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the National Dispatch Network, and it is approximately 6:55 a.m. this morning. We are a little late. Got a lot going on this morning, but we are here with the Load Board Report. It's time for the Load Board Report. A look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to freight and load availability. Let's go ahead and check in with our people over at YouTube real quick and see what we got going on. Start sharing my screen. And let's see what we got going on YouTube. Actually, we doesn't have anything going on YouTube yet this morning. We are streaming. That we got streaming less than 1 minute ago, and we don't have any watchers so far. So we'll see how that goes here as we get on. I know people probably thought I wasn't going to come on this morning because I usually come on about between 6 and 6:30 a.m. But hey, we get it when we can get it. Because in this business, you got things going on. Especially when you're running a dispatch firm and other areas of this industry that I'm dabbling in, you have a whole lot going on. So, you have to, be flexible. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we got one watcher. We'll check back in with YouTube here in just a minute. As always, we are sponsored by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the actual freight brokerage agent and dispatch agent vocational school located here in Tallahassee, Florida. And we're the only one in the country that offers guaranteed career placement from bonded logistics brokerage firms and state licensed accredited dispatch firms after successful course completion. Tuition is $7,500. Everything is included in your tuition: air travel, hotel accommodations, meals, 3 restaurant meals per day, and 4 Uber and Lyft vouchers per day while you are here in Tallahassee attending our course. Okay. You can register for our on-site course at RBBSLLC.com. That's RBBSLLC.com or RBBSLLC.org. Each one of those will bring you right over here to our home site of the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. We are also sponsored by our online training platform, and that's put on by the RBBS National Dispatchers Network. Training in the convenience of your home. Our online platform will train you to earn $100K plus from home dispatching freight and provide the online network, tools, resources, and training to ensure your success. You'll get access to more than 100 load boards, access to more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos, access to more than 19 million direct shippers, access to every registered owner-operator in the United States, access to live training, access to our logistics library, access to our network of more than 2,967 industry professionals. And our most popular enrollment is just $349.95 plus tax, and a monthly subscription of $39.95 per month to access all your back office tools, resources, training, support, and all the stuff that we just went over up here. We have several enrollment options available. If you want to view all of enrollment options, you just click here where it says online enrollment, or you can come down here and you can see our 3 most popular enrollment options. If you click on each one of these right here, it will take you to the particular enrollment options. We have a premium package, which is just $99.95 plus tax monthly, no upfront enrollment fee. There's a flat monthly fee. It's a much higher monthly fee, but this one includes 3 hours of private consultation with me every month, and that's a $300 value. Okay, because I charge $100 an hour for private consultations. We also have the discounted veterans individual platform enrollment, which gives you all $100 off. Gives veterans $100 off the regular enrollment, so it makes it $249.95 plus tax on your enrollment fee, and just $29.95 per month for their to access their back office tools, resources, training, and support. And of course, we have the individual platform, which is the $349.95 plus tax, and it's $39.95 per month for your monthly subscription. All right, there you have it. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and check in on let's do our load board, the one that we do the most. We'll get set up with that. As always, we like to use direct freight, which is my favorite load board, one of the load boards that we give access to give our students access to. I'm going to take a look at the load map. Let's go and check back in over here with our YouTube people real quick to see who's checked in. No one's checked in yet. Like I said, a lot of people probably thought that they had missed us or thought I wasn't going to come on today because I have been feeling kind of under the weather and everything. But let me share something with y'all. I got banned on Facebook for 7 days. Okay, now like everything on Facebook, you see stuff that pop up. People were talking about. They were talking about the Whoopi Goldberg thing, where she made some comments about the Holocaust and it not being about race but being about man's inhumanity to man, which I understood that. And I agree with most people that it was about race and also it wasn't about race, but it was about race. So I agree that she may have misspoken or may have what's what I'm looking for. She had under identified the entire cause of it. Because yes, being Jewish is a religion and it's not a race, but Hitler actually was categorizing them as a lesser race. Okay. So in that sense, it was about race, but in a technicality, it wasn't about race. So I understand how she came to her conclusion, but I also understand how a lot of people became upset about it. But at the same time, a lot of people on Facebook, when they were posting stuff on Facebook, a lot of people were like sheep in wolf's clothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. They were like sheep in wolf's clothing. You had a lot of racist overtones. People coming on saying with her explicit, her black behind should be kicked off. What's called for good. She should be fired. I don't like her in no way, and I hate the show because the show is so left wing, and the show itself is racist, and and it was just people just going on and on and on, and it was mostly just people here in Tallahassee because it was a local station, a local television station that was reporting on it, WCTV, okay, or WTXL, one of the local stations. So it was a lot of local people that comment on it. And I'm from this area, so I know what the racial climate is here in Tallahassee. And there were a lot of people on there. About 85% of the people on there were commenting about how outraged they were. They're not even Jewish. Matter of fact, they are closer to being like Hitler than they were being like Jewish people. Okay, and these people are like, they were going in bad, and it was just race, just hateful overtones, towards her and her type of people, her type of people, those type of people. That was all their comments. So one guy was commenting on it. He made a comment, and he said something to the nature of. Matter of fact, I think I can pull it up. I think I can pull it up because I want y'all to see it. I can still get on Facebook. I just can't comment and post on Facebook, but I want y'all to see this. And matter of fact, I can still pull it up. Let me see if I can still pull it up. But he made a comment, and his comment basically described to the T critical race theory, but he was saying it in the form of, we should never, marginalize another race suffering at the hands of another race, and we should, basically, we have an obligation to teach the rest of the world that the Holocaust was really bad, and can't let people tell you that it wasn't that bad or it didn't happen that way. So we have an obligation to teach the rest of the world that it was that bad. There it is right there. All right, here it is. All right. So all right, here is the here's the comment. I'm gonna try to go back to the whole. I'm trying to go back to the whole thing, but there is the right there, and the other people that said it. All right, but I wish I could find the actual. I'm trying to find the actual post so I can show you their comment, because I don't want to just show you my comment. Because if I show you my comment, I'm not really, showing you, the whole thing. All right, here we go. Here's the comment. All right, so it was a post by WTXL, a local news station here, and here is the post that they posted. Effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. The entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish colleagues, friends, family, and communities. Kim Goldwyn, President, ABC News. Now, that's all great. That's all great. Because I stand with them, because what she said, in a way, it was wrong. Okay, and she apologized, and she should have apologized. Now, whether or not she should have been suspended, that's a judgment call for someone who's in charge. And and as the owner of our company, I make judgment calls all the time. So I have no problem with someone making that judgment call. But here's where it gets the problem. You got a lot of people on here that are making comments. You got a lot of people on here that were making comments that were as bad as what she said, but it was in the reverse opposite. And so so you got all these people making comments about, different things about she should be, sent away. Replace that show with something intelligent and interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, she's Jewish, not. So, and you read all this stuff, so you feel like, okay, well, I need to comment too. Okay. And then you had she should be fired for that stupid comment. And you had some people who were supporting her too. This is unfair. I'm sorry. She has apologized, and her comment was not meant in the light many took it in. Watch her sincere apology on the Stephen Colbert show. Okay, but then you got you got these people on who were just going in, like really going in and really being really, really, like, here's the one that I responded to. He said, "Thank God, someone with a little common sense. The far left needs to be controlled, or they will make history repeat itself because of their deep desire to erase it or make people believe it was not as bad as it really was. Never again, never forget." Wow. What else does that sound like? What else does that sound like? There's been a push here lately to teach critical race theory in the schools. And there have been some teaching of it, but then there's been a real big pushback by a lot of, especially people here in the South. Tallahassee is in the South. Tallahassee has a lot of people that long for the days of old, things that go back to where it used to be. And this is one of those people. And, but his comment describes critical race theory to the T. To the T. So, but of course, critical race theory is focused mostly on slavery of Black people here in America for 400 years and the systemic racism that continues today from the effects of that. But he is describing and advocating for basically critical race theory as it pertains to Jewish people. Okay? So I come in, Paris Paul, so you support critical race theory being taught in school. That was my simple comment. That was my simple comment. And I posted a link to why critical race theory should be taught. Because critical race theory is not just about African Americans being enslaved. It's about the marginalization of any race. Doesn't matter what color you are. It's about the marginalization of any race. They're suffering at the hands of another race. That shouldn't be the case with any race. She have to undergo that, and the rest of the world should be educated on why marginalization is such a bad thing, why it's so harmful. So the responses came in, from this guy. He said critical race theory is pure racism. Okay, so what was this you described up here? If critical racism is pure racism, what is this you described up here? So I basically asked him, what's the difference? So it looks like here. So I say, no. So your comment described critical race theory to the T. So only white people and Jewish should never have their sufferings at the hands of another marginalized or a race. So you are an admitted hypocrite. And a lot of the other stuff have been deleted because it falls under, because they were saying some stuff after that became like really, really, really racist overtones about why the Jews were different from Black people. I'm sorry, I don't see any difference in why the Jews were different from Black people. And then you had a lot of these people out here posting stuff, with Donald Trump saying you're fired, we need to be fired, period. And as much as Black and Asian and Jewish and other races have to deal with discrimination daily, we should know better. And I agree with her. This is that, but I don't agree with her being fired. Okay, but we should know better. But but you had a lot of people on here making comments that were, trust me, they're not for the Jewish people. They're not. They're against the show, The View, Whoopi, and all of the admitted left-wing people that are on that show. That's what they were against. So I just challenged their genuinity of why they were making all these hateful comments. And one guy comes on to make a hateful comment, and he describes critical race theory to the T, but he only advocates for it if it's not being taught that marginalization of slavery of African Americans. He's only advocating that it should be taught for people who suffered in the Holocaust. So I don't understand that. So, and that's what led to this comment. That's what led to this comment right here. Because after that one, there were a bunch of other comments that Facebook has taken off because those were just, they were just so bad. And these couple of guys right here made some comments, and I just came back with, and one of them said, so you support, one of these gentlemen, this gentleman here said, so you support anti-Semitism. And I was like, no, I support never marginalizing the suffering of any race at the hands of another, regardless of their skin, regardless if their skin is white or Black. Okay, but because of that, I wish I could show you all the posts before this one because those were deleted. Those were deleted by Facebook, but they were so, oh, I can't even, I don't even dare speak the words on here of what was said about why slavery in America, which targeted mostly Black people, is not the same as the Holocaust for the Jewish people. And the reason for why is that it was just so dehumanizing to some of the things that they were saying about Black people and why we are not the same. And so I put in here, regardless if their skin is white or Black, but it's clear. And I was referring to the other posts that there was, the ones that came before this that they deleted. But it's clear that most of you little white people are quick to recognize the need to educate people on the harms of the marginalization of the Holocaust, but at the very top of your lungs, you advocate the marginalization of slavery and systemic racism in America. And that got me kicked off Facebook for 7 days. After all the comments that they made, this got me kicked off on Facebook for 7 days. Amazing. But anyway, I wanted to bring that to y'all attention. So I can't share anything on Facebook for another 6 days now. But it is what it is, because y'all know me. I am who I am. Okay, I don't back down. That's not me. It's not in my nature. It's not in my nature. If I see something and I think it's not right, I'm gonna tell you it's not right. It's wrong. If I think you're being a certain way, I'm gonna tell you you're being a certain way. That's just who I am. That's in my nature. Okay, so anyway, I just thought I'd share that because it kind of pertains, because we can't share anything on Facebook right now. I can't comment on anything on Facebook right now. So I'm pretty much, in Facebook jail at this point in time for about another 6 days. So anyway, there you have it. But let's get on with it. Okay. All right. Good morning, DJ Too Real. Good morning. How you doing today, sir? Straight out of Jersey. Oh, we have a new person on today. Straight out of Jersey. How are you doing this morning? And Michelle Eatman says good morning. And we have Tracy Myhan just come in. Let's enjoy the day, people. You're right. Let's enjoy the day. All right, let's go and get kicked off here. Now, remember, if you're looking for a load, you're a truck driver, owner, operator out there, you're looking for a load, give me a call. 866-973-6445, extension 1 or extension 2. This time in the morning, you're going to get me, and I'll look up some freight for you, find it, give you all the information on it, and give it to you for free. That's right. We're giving away free freight this morning. So if you need a load, give me a call. If you're on YouTube, type it in, where you at, what type of truck you have, what type of trailer you have, and let me know what you're looking for, and I'll go ahead and shoot it out there and see what we can find for you. Styles Cushion says, salute. Thanks for standing. Hey, y'all know me, always standing. All right, everybody, let's go and get on with the load board report. As always, we are sponsored by the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Here it is right here. And today, we are going to be looking at the load board report, a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to freight and loadability using direct freight. Let's look at the map, see what's going on in the country right now. All right, in the country right now, we have in Washington State, we have 1,775 loads available in Washington State. In Montana, we have 459 loads showing available in Montana. In Oregon, we have 1,857 loads showing available in Oregon. In Idaho, we have 1,198 loads showing available. In California, we have 2,573 loads coming out of California this morning. In Nevada, we have 510 loads coming out of Nevada, the state where the home of Las Vegas, where what goes on there must stay there, but not that freight. That freight can't stay there. That freight got to come out. So they got 510 loads that's got to come out of Nevada. In Utah, we have 1,055 loads coming out of the state of Utah. In Arizona, we have 844 loads. In New Mexico, we have 320 loads. Jumping back up here to Colorado, we have 995 loads. In Wyoming, we have 341 loads. Montana, 459 loads. North Dakota, 249 loads. South Dakota, 668 loads. Nebraska, we have 829 loads available in Nebraska. In Kansas, we have 1,068 loads. In Oklahoma, we have 736 loads available. In the great state of Texas, we have 5,823 loads. I think they're leading, but we got some people knocking at the door this morning in other states. In Louisiana, we have 1,035 loads. In Mississippi, that MISSISSIPPI, we have 1,469 loads. Over in Arkansas, Razorback country, that's a hog, y'all. I found it out the other day. Razorback is a hog. We have 2,591 loads available. In the Show Me state of Missouri, 2,206 loads. In Illinois, and they are knocking at the door of that title for the most loads over the intake. They're in a battle with Texas for the most loads. They have 5,663 loads. They're separated by less than 200 loads, y'all. Go Illinois. Over in Iowa, we have 1,421 loads. In Wisconsin, we have 2,547 loads. In Minnesota, 1,390 loads. Over here in Michigan, we have 2,867 loads. In Indiana, we have 3,584 loads. In Kentucky, we have 2,158 loads. In Tennessee, we have 2,488 loads. Dropping on down here to Alabama, we have 3,196 loads. Coming on down here in the great state of Florida, my hometown, home state, we have 1,804 loads this morning. In Georgia, we have 3,496 loads. In South Carolina, we have 1,896 loads. In North Carolina, we have 2,008 loads. In Virginia, we have 2,538 loads. For those of y'all don't know, that's a reference back to the movie John Carter. You know, y'all know the book John Carter, the man who kind of teleported himself or copied himself to Mars. It's a fictional book, great book, great movie. And when he got there, of course, because he was from Earth, the gravitational pull was different. So he had all these, this ability to jump real high and to run real fast, and his strength increased. So the aliens there on Mars, when they found him, they asked him what his name was, and they didn't speak English. He kept saying, "I'm John Carter from Virginia." So all they could understand was Virginia. So they thought his name was Virginia. So when they saw him jump, they started chanting Virginia. Virginia. You have to watch the movie. It's a great movie. All right, in West Virginia, we have 455 loads. In Ohio, we have 4,063 loads. A lot of freight coming out of Ohio this morning. In PA, Pennsylvania, we have 3,861 loads coming out of there. In New York, we have 2,844 loads. Up in Maine, we have 467 loads. In Vermont, 138 loads. New Hampshire, 173 loads. Massachusetts, 1,355 loads. Rhode Island, 60 loads. Connecticut, 535 loads. New Jersey, little brother or little sister to New York, we have 1,985 loads. Delaware, 134 loads. In Maryland, 1,057 loads. And we jump on down here to Alaska. We are showing no loads in the super trucker state down there this morning. In Mexico, we have 10 loads. British Columbia, Canada, 105 loads. Alberta, 220 loads. Saskatchewan, we have 86 loads. In Manitoba, we have 203 loads. In Ontario, Canada, we have 377 loads. In Quebec this morning, 123 loads coming out of that province up there in Canada, in Quebec. All right, there you have it. A look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to freight and load availability. All right, let's check back in on the YouTube to see if we got any out of here. Everybody just saying good morning. All right, so remember, if you need freight, give me a call, 866-973-6445, extension 1 or extension 2. Let me know where you are, what type of trailer you have, and we'll go find some freight. All right. But let's get back over here and let's take a look at what's going on here in the country. We're going to go up here to where we got all these loads at in Illinois this morning. Since they're knocking on the door of Texas, we're going to spotlight them because we got a lot of freight coming out of Illinois. We got a lot of freight coming out of that whole region, but Illinois got it going on this morning. Let's see what they got going on over there in the great state of Illinois. in Illinois. It's up there around Chi-Town, Chicago. What we got? All right, we're gonna take a look at the estimated rate per mile. See what type of freight we got up there, and see what we got that's going on up there. All right, right off the bat, we got a flatbed load that's coming out of South Holland, Illinois, and going to Hammond, Indiana. It's a 6 mile run, y'all. Look, if you're looking to make some quick money real fast this morning, good quick money real fast this morning, go ahead and grab that little 6 mile run and make yourself $500. That's $83.33 per mile. Come on, y'all. Go ahead and grab that bad boy real quick. It's a flatbed. Let's take a look at it. It is offered by ATS Logistics Services at 320-534-2216. Yeah, it's a one drop. It's only 6 mile. If the freight was a baseball, you could probably throw it there. That's how short of a run is. If the freight was a baseball, you could probably just throw it over there. Okay, but it's just 6 miles, and it's paying $500 just to run that little 6 miles. So you go ahead and run that real quick this morning, get it out the way, make yourself some money, and then see what else you got. Now, here's how you want to look for it and see what else you can run that are going to make that trip. But you're going to go ahead and do a reverse search real quick. We do the reverse search. Here's what you got to do. Excuse me. If you're making that little quick run like that, you're going to cut this down to 25 miles because you want to pick up something that's right close there. And you're not really going back to South Holland. You're just going to put, that you're going somewhere else, anywhere. Basically, you're just going somewhere else, okay? You're going somewhere else. And then it's a flat bed. You're going to do a search. It's the same date, so you're not going to change the date. You're looking to add more money to your pocket. That's all you're looking to do. Add more money to your pocket. Add more money to your pocket. So you got here's one that's after you make that run, that's a run you just made right there. That's not a repeatable run. That's just showing you something within the same range. All right, but here's one that's just 13 miles away from Hammond, Indiana. You're gonna go 13 miles to Chicago Heights, Illinois. You're gonna make a 32-mile run, and you're gonna run it. That's a full load. That's a flatbed. You're gonna run it. It's paying $16 for the Western mile. That's another $525. Guess what? Guess what, y'all? You can run that one. You can run these two. So you got over $1,000 made already. Now you got time to do what? Run some more. You can go back to Chicago because remember, you're gonna run 32 miles out from Chicago, right? From there to Chicago, right? So why not just after you drop that one, stay in Chicago? Because you're going to Chicago, right? You're gonna grab this one right here, and you're gonna run it just 32 miles out to Chicago. You're gonna go 13 miles to Chicago Heights, and you're gonna run it to Chicago, which is the same city, same area, just a different part of Chicago, right? You're gonna run that one, right? Then you're just gonna stay in Chicago and grab this load, right? And this is what? Dedicated. Don't we love dedicated loads? Yes, it's dedicated. Why? Because it runs on the 3rd, on the 4th. The days Thursday and Friday, yeah, it runs on the 3rd. I'm in the 4th. So chances are it picks back up again on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that's a dedicated. And look here. They got 2 a day. 2 a day that's running. So not only is it dedicated, but it's a double whammy dedicated. Woo, it's a DWD. A double whammy dedicated. That's right. I coined that. I'm gonna trademark that, so don't y'all steal that. That's my trademark thing now on. I'm gonna start doing the day we got a double whammy dedicated, a DWD. Okay. Now, how great is a double whammy dedicated? Because the loads are so short run, and they're and you got 2 of them that run each day, and they're only running out 71 miles to Solon Mills. Couldn't you run both those loads? Bam, bam. Run both today, bam, bam, and run both tomorrow, bam, bam. You can literally run, the 71 miles, you can deadhead bike if you wanted to and grab that little bike. And then pick it up again, and then run it, and run the second load that runs out that day. How do we know there's 2 loads running every day? Because they're all offered by the same shipper. This is not the same load that's running from 2 separate by 2 separate brokers. These are offered by the same brokers. So if these was different brokers, yeah, that would probably just be 1 run per day. But this is actually 2 runs per day dedicated. Double whammy dedicated. Y'all understand me over there when I say double whammy dedicated over here on YouTube? Okay, that's what I mean by a double whammy dedicated. Let's evaluate that and see how much money a carrier could potentially make by connecting with those brokers and setting this up. Or you as a dispatcher, you can connect with those brokers and get your 1 carrier on all these loads, run all these loads every day. And that's on top of running these 2 quick loads up here. So you got $1,000 in your hip pocket already. Now you gonna come down here and make some real money. Because you got this Chicago to Solomon Mills, okay? Picking up today. You got 2 of them, picking up today and 2 of them picking up tomorrow. So chances are that we'll be picking up not just today and tomorrow, but they'll be picking up next week and picking up on the same thing again. Matter of fact, there's another one, Chicago to Solomon Mills, right there. So you got 3 that's picking up today. 3. I take that back. It's a triple. It's a triple dedicated, a triple whammy dedicated, not a double whammy dedicated. Got even better because you got 1, 2, 3 of these loads picking up on what's going. Well, that might not be the case because one of them is offered by a different brokerage firm, so they may not be a triple. They just might be doubles because remember I told y'all shippers would give different brokerage firms the same load. Okay, so this is not double brokering. It's just showing that one broker has access to these 2 loads that are running each day. Now, if all these were from the same shipper, I would go ahead and say, yeah, these are triple runs. But they're probably still just double runs per day. Why? Because you got 2 that are being offered by Shipping Connection on the 3rd, 2 that are being offered by Shipping Connection on the 4th, and then you got 2 that are offered by Fuse Logistics, right? On 1 that is offered on the 4th and 1 that's offered on the 3rd by Fuse Logistics. You see what I'm saying? So they may not be triple dedicated. It's just showing that a different broker has access to 1 set of those loads too. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, but if you can go and connect with this broker that has all of them, you're going to connect with them and get on within they're yours. Okay, so let's see what the potential money is for these right here. Because if you choose this, let's see the one right here, leave it on the 3rd. They're all paying $9.07 per mile, all paying $644. It's a total mileage of 71 miles from Chicago. That's it. Now we did a reverse search on that, going back to see what we find is going back to pick up back in Chicago from Solomon Mills, because the runs are so short, you can grab it, go grab something going back, back and forth like that. Let's go within 25 miles. Let's say within 25 miles of Chicago, because I want to put y'all back close to Chicago. All right, flatbed. All right, here we go. Search. All right. See what we got going back. You got a deadhead you can pick up 28 miles outside of Solomon Hills and go 66 miles back to Pleasant Prairie, Coldstream, Illinois, which is right at the front door of Chicago. You can grab that one going back. So that's something that's going back. But let's look at within 50 miles of Chicago. Let's see if we can find something that's within 50 miles that will give you more options to run loads back. Don't just sell that same thing. Let's see. I don't want to go too far out. Let's say within 50 miles of Solomon. I don't want to go too far out. All right, we got some pickups here that'll take you back to Linville, which is going to put you under 50 miles from Chicago. But you gotta go about 59 miles to get there, to grab it. All right, let me see this right here. Let me cut this down to just 25 miles. And now let's see what we got. There we go. All right. That's what I was hoping for. All right. So Linwood is like right at the door of Chicago. It's not bad to go 59 miles out to grab this another dedicated load, because that's what you're looking. That's what we were looking. We were looking for, another dedicated. That's something that was close to Solomon Mills that you can go pick up to go back to Chicago and run them loads again. Here you go. Here you go. You can run all these with all these deadheads and what you call it. All of them are under 60 miles or whatever the case may be. So you got enough time and enough mileage left on your clock and on your distance and stuff like that to run all of those loads. Not only that, you got what? A dedicated that takes you back. Look at this, y'all. You got a dedicated that takes you back. Why? Because you got two that's running on the third, and it looks like you might have, you got more than two that's running on the third. You got, oh my God, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that's running on the third, and one right now that's showing that's running on the fourth. I guarantee the one that's running on the fourth runs every day too, but it's only showing one because they probably done grabbed them all except for that one already, so it's not showing up on the load board. And so there you go. There's your dedicated back. There's your dedicated back. So here's what you got. Woo. Let's bring out this calculator. So this is going to be good. Here's what you got. This is going to be good. All right. What you got is, let's go back over to the first load. Remember that morning, because you're running such short run, if you're doing this today, you can run this short load, which is just 6 miles from South Holland to Hammond, Indiana, $500. Then you're going to turn back around and you're going to make this run from Chicago, because you're staying in Chicago. You're going to grab this load and run it to Solomon Mills, which is, no, take that back. You're going to run this load. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're going to run this load right here, Chicago Heights to Chicago. You're going to go 13 miles to Chicago Heights, grab that load. You're going to run it to Chicago, just 32 miles, and you're going to make $525. So you got 500 and 525. That's just your early money pocket change, right? 500 plus 525. You done made some early money pocket change. Got just $1,025. That's your coffee money. that's your food money for the day. All right. Then you're gonna jump down here on these dedicated. After you run that load, because you're already in Chicago, you're just gonna stay in Chicago, and you're gonna grab these dedicated that run two a day of them run. So you got $644 on this one. So that plus $644, right? And you're gonna run that out, and then when you run out, you're gonna grab this one coming back. You're gonna grab these coming back. That's because this is running you back what? Less than 25 miles from Chicago. You're gonna go 59. You're gonna go 59 miles. Deadhead, pick this up, right? And you're gonna run it back to the door of Chicago. Linwood, Illinois is right at the door of Chicago, right? Less than 25 miles. So you're gonna run that back, and you're gonna make what? $391. What my calculator went? You're gonna make $391 plus $391, right? Now, now you're gonna go back. When you get back to Chicago, you're gonna pick up that second load that's leaving out, which is right here for that same day, right? You're gonna make another $644. $644. Now, when you get there, guess what? You're gonna pick up one of these loads, because you got this load here runs back and forth more than one per day too. Now you're gonna pick this up and run it back $350 plus $350. Hold on, is that right? Yeah, Linwood. Okay, there we go. 350 plus 350. All right, so there you have it. $3,054 per day, 5 days a week. Well, I take that back. You got to take off these first two because the first two. If you take these first two off, which was 1,025, but for the first day, you're making that right there because you ran these first two, which was just one-time short time runs. Okay, but that's just to get your feet wet, get you ready for your dedicated for that day. But so you make that much your first. That's what you can make today by running all those loads, and you can run them all because they're all short run loads. Y'all see why I love these short mileage runs? I love short mile runs. So if you take that minus the 1,025, minus 1,025, what you got on your dedicated is $2,029 per day, 5 days a week. Back home in Chi-Town every night, off every weekend. That times 5 days a week, that's $10,145 per week. That times 52 weeks in a year. Flatbed. That's that flatbed money. $527,540 dedicated yearly lane. Okay. If you're the dispatcher on there, you're charging 10%. You're looking at $52,754 per year on one. Ooh. Double whammy dedicated, as I call it. A double whammy dedicated. And your flatbed guys making $474,000, $786 a year. Okay. That's how we do it, y'all. Right? Can we find loads for Sprinter vans? Sprinter vans is just like looking for loads for box trucks and anything else. What are the parameters of a Sprinter van? Okay, how much weight can a Sprinter van run? Hold. Okay. What is the width and the size of the van part of the Sprinter van? Okay. I know box trucks could run anything less than 10,000 pounds. 10,000 pounds. Some of them go. Some box trucks can run up to 11, 12, 15,000 pounds. But what is the weight capacity for a Sprinter van? That's the question you need to ask yourself. What's the weight capacity for the Sprinter van? Okay. What type of length of stuff can a Sprinter van hold? What are the dimensions of a Sprinter van? If you don't mind putting that out there and giving it to me, I'll show you how you can find freight for a Sprinter van. Okay. One thing y'all have to take into consideration when you start taking on these quote unquote niche type of carriers, Sprinter vans, box trucks, cargo vans, things like that. You got to be specific in what you're looking for. You can't just go out there and say, "Well, I'm looking for a Sprinter van load." You ain't gonna find no freight like that. All right, so 7,000 pounds. So that's less than it is for a box truck. Now, in order to find weight freight that's compatible with that type of truck you have, you got to put those specifics into the load board. That's the key to finding that type of freight. Okay, that is the key to finding that type of freight. I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. All right, you got to put those specifics into that type of load. Where's your Sprinter van located at? Where's your Sprinter van located at? What state is it in right now? Where's it located? The Stewart, Calvin Stewart, where's your Sprinter van located at? You want to tell me where it's located? All right. Okay, Florida. All right, good. All right, let's go out here to Florida and look for, and let's see what we got for Sprinter vans. Now, we know that Sprinter vans can't carry more than 7,000 pounds. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to put in trailer type. You're going to put van. I'm not going to put Sprinter van. I'm not going to put Sprinter van because you ain't going to find no freight if you put in Sprinter van. I'm just telling you that right now. You ain't going to find no freight if you put in Sprinter van You're not gonna find the good freight. If you put in cargo van and all that type of stuff, just to show you what I'm talking about here. Let me take this out and let me put in cargo van, box truck. See, that's not even a sprinter van category on some of these things. That shows you how niche that market is. All right. Mixed flat double drop. I mean, it's not even sprinter van um, category. But let's just go with that. And see, here's the problem that most of you are making the mistake of doing. You're putting in sprinter van, cargo van, box truck, and you're thinking, well, that's going to find me some box truck and cargo van and sprinter van freight. Let's go to Florida and search on that. Now, this is what you got. That's all your search yielded when you're putting in, your cargo van, your box truck, your sprinter van. I can count these on, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can count them on both my hands. And look at the rates that they're paying. 78 cents per mile. You see what I'm saying? Of course, they're all partials. And look at the weight. 3,000, 4,000, 4,000, 3,000. Right? And these are box trucks right down here, because box trucks can carry up to, like I said, some box trucks can carry 15,000, up to 15,000 pounds. Okay? So that's what you have. Now, let me show you the difference if you're more specific about what your sprinter van can carry, and you put that in instead of just putting in sprinter van and the category. Remember, brokers are human just like everybody else. They have tunnel vision just like everybody else in this industry. They're not really thinking to the degree of what does my load weigh and what is compatible with my load. They're thinking, well, I got some freight that can go on a dry van. It's partial. It doesn't weigh as much. So I'm classifying it as a partial dry van. That's how they classify it. They're not classifying it as sprinter van or box truck or cargo van, even though it could go on a sprinter van, box truck, or cargo van. It's not being classified that way. So therefore, when you put in your search, you're not going to pull up anything. So what you got to do is you got to go in here. You got to put in the size. The weight. Less than 10,000 pounds. Like, they don't have one that says less than 7,000 pounds. So that shows you also the difficulty of finding freight for a sprinter van. Okay, because you don't have that many category searches for sprinter van. So you can't even put your weight in on what sprinter van criteria. So the closest you get is less than 10,000 pounds. All right. So obviously the load size, if it's less than 10,000 pounds, it's going to be a partial load. So I'm not even going to put in partial, because it's going to be a partial load because it's less than 10,000 pounds. All right. And trailer type is going to be van. I'm not going to put sprinter van. I'm not going to put all the other stuff. I'm just going to put van. All right. And then you're going to do a search now and watch the difference in load count. See the difference? You got a little bit more freight now. You got a little bit more freight that you can choose from. Why? Because you changed the criteria. You didn't change the criteria. You just went in and just, did what you need to do. Now, that was in 25 miles of Florida, whatever case may be, trying to see if we can, anything else, destination, length, all size, all van, less than 10,000 pounds. So that's in Florida right there, of van loads that are less than 10,000 pounds. Now, how many of these will fit on your sprinter van? This one wheel, that one wheel, that one wheel, this one wheel, this one wheel. Okay, that one wheel, that one wheel, that one wheel, that one wheel, that wheel. Okay, those are the ones that'll fit on your sprinter van. But now you got more options. Okay, you got more options now for finding freight for sprinter vans. Now, because these are not classified as sprinter vans, these two are classified as probably box trucks right here, because that's why they're such low rates, right? But these right here are not classified as what you call it, and these are partial loads. That's why they're paying such low amount of money. They're partial loads. Okay? But I guarantee you on some of these other ones, you can get better rates on them if you quote them the lane rates of what those type of runs are running from there to there. But here again, those are sprinter vans. These are what's going to that can fit on a spinner van. Now you got multiple runs of these. You see, you're gonna have multiple runs. You know, Halil to Pilot, Halil to Pilot. You know, stuff like that. Ocala to Wilkinson, but that's 10,000 pounds. That's a box truck. So, you know, that's how you look for freight for these niche products. Okay, that's what you need to look for with these niche products. You calculate them by having a lane rate calculator. Now, if you're part of our platform, you have access. When you have when you join our platform, we give you access to our lane rate calculator. Oh shoot, I'm messing up here. We give you access to our lane rate calculator, to our TMS. Now you can get us in TMS yourself. The pro version is about $49 per month. Okay. Here again, even on the lane rate calculator, you don't have anything that says splitter van. So the best next thing is dry van, right? And then you're gonna have to pick up. And then you go in here and then you look up your rates on a particular lane. Like here's one, Miami to Dallas. Okay, van or what's called partial. Miami to Dallas, 3,000 pounds, doesn't have a rate. So you go in here and you put in on the calculator, you do Miami. Then you go over here to Dallas. Miami to Dallas, you got a van. It doesn't really have anything for weight, so you can't really put the weight in. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit right here, and it's going to pull up all the loads that ran that route in the last 90 days, and it's going to give you on the low end and on the high end what the lanes were paying, what the lanes paid. Now, because you are a sprinter van and you are running lightweight, you're gonna go close over here to this lower end line haul rate, line haul range. Okay, I don't think you're gonna get that for that sprinter van. Now, get $2.33. You definitely ain't gonna get no $3.04. You're not gonna get $4,440 to run that lane with the sprinter van. You're not gonna get that. You're probably not gonna get that. You might get that in the middle, but this is what you are probably looking at: $195 on the sprinter van per mile, which is still a hell of a whole lot better than what 78 cents per mile. Okay. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you look up freight on sprinter vans and things like that. Cushman says, Mr. Styles from New York City, Sergeant, but I need your expertise. Can we team up for a load? GovCon load. Give me a call. I don't know what you're talking about, but give me a call and we'll see what we can work out. 866-973-6445. Call me between 10 a.m. and Thursday. I don't have any private conversations set for today. So give me a call between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. This morning on that, and we can kind of go what you're looking for and see what we can agree to and see how we can make it happen. Just let me know what it is, and then we'll see how it goes. All right. But that's how you do your search for sprinter vans, cargo vans, box trucks, and things like that. Miss Carolyn Stewart, thank you for that question. That was a good question. Glad to give you some assistance this morning on that. Now, remember everybody, Mika Child says good morning. Hey Mika. All right. That's gonna about do it. I came on at about 6:50. It's 7:54. We got an hour for the low board report. That's the extent of my my gratitude every morning. It's about an hour. I don't give away freight all morning. I just give away freight during that hour. The other time I got to make money on the freight. All right, so I thank y'all for joining us this morning for the low board report. I want to go and acknowledge everybody who's showed up and showed out for us on YouTube. We have Miss Styles Cushman. Thank you for joining. Ms. Mika Chow, thank you for joining. Miss Carolyn Stewart, I think this is your first time with us today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your question on the spelling van. We have I can't pronounce that, whatever that Russian name is, but thank you for joining us. Tracy Myhan, thank you for joining us this morning. It's always been a pleasure. Michelle Eatman, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us this morning. Straight out of Jersey, thank you for joining us. I think this is your first time joining us. And we have DJ2 Real. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate all the love and support that y'all do every morning. Remember, talk about the Load Board Report. Talk about the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Let people know about what we're doing here. I can't get on Facebook this week, but y'all can. So get on Facebook, share the love. Tell people about what we're doing. Tell people, get in some of these dispatcher groups and things, and chat us up. Talk about us. I understand good news don't travel fast, but if anything bad happens, about 50 y'all will be talking about it, right? But let's talk about some good stuff. Talk about the good that we do and how we find freight, and how if you think I'm knowledgeable, say that. Put that out there. Say, hey, you want somebody who knows how to do this stuff? You can call Calvin. He'll teach you how to do it right. Okay. So talk about us. Talk about our platform, the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. Tag us on Facebook, the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. So spread the good news, everybody. Thank you all. 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 Calvin Stewart said, I'm dunking, Calvin. We had the call, but my dunking is my marriage. Okay, yeah, Miss Carolyn Duncan. Okay, yeah, now I remember you. But yeah, chat us up on Facebook, chat us up on LinkedIn, chat us on Twitter. Spread the word, man. If you all like what we do, let people know. Hey, I like what RBBS, I like what they got going on. All right. If you want to join our platform and get access to all these great tools, resources, and this great training that we provide, you're going to come over here and you're going to join us at the RBBSLLC.com. I'm going to go ahead and place the link in here for you all if you want to join our platform. This is what we're offering here. Got too much stuff in there. All right, move that out the way. All right, there we go. That's what we're offering, and this is the place you go to get it done. If you want to join our platform, you're gonna go right here to this website. All right, there you go. This is where you go to join our platform, training in the convenience of your home. Our online platform will train you to earn 100K plus from home dispatching freight. And you go to the RBBSLLC.com/earn-100K-from-home. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's where we do it at. So go ahead and get with us, join our platform, and come on over to us, and we'll make it happen for you. Look, I want to thank you all. I appreciate everybody, for joining me this morning. As always, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. But don't forget to talk about it. Don't forget to spread the word. I can't get on Facebook for the next 6 days, but you all can. If all of you go on Facebook and you start sharing stuff about, how we do business here and what we do, and you like what we do, that's just like me out there sharing it 7 times. So do that for us. Thank you all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. I will see you all back here tomorrow morning for the last day of the Load Board Report, which is Friday. And don't forget, tonight we have dispatch training. Dispatch training tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tonight's training is going to consist of, what did we do last week? Last week we did, let me think real quick. Last week we did last week we did the dispatch agreement and the carrier profile form. This week we are doing load acquisitions, because after you get the dispatch agreement and the carrier profile form signed and back over to you, you're going to do rate confirmations. That's what we're doing this week. We're doing rate confirmation. That's right. Because after you get the dispatch forms sign and send over, and they sign and get it back to you. You send it over to the broker. Then the broker's going to go over the rate confirmation. So that's what we're going over this week. Tonight we're going over rate confirmation. Okay, rate confirmation, rate confirmation, rate confirmation. That's what we're doing tonight, and how to read your rate confirmation, what to look for in the rate confirmation, how to negotiate the terms of your rate confirmation. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So don't forget to tune in tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our dedicated dispatch training. And we'll be back here tomorrow morning at between 6 and 7 a.m. for the load board report. Thank you all. This has been Calvin with the load board report. I'll look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to freight and load availability. And I bid you all good day. Salute everybody. Bye, everybody.